Architectural Builder Supply is pleased to present you with this recording of the technical question that is listed in the title of this video.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
With the product.
Okay, so you have a question on an automatic door bottom. What is the automatic door bottom?
The Pemko 41
okay.
411 ANBL.
ANBL, okay, a 411 ANBL. And specifically, what is the application that you want to use this in?
On a entry fiberglass door manufactured by Therma-Tru.
Okay. An automatic door bottom would be a very elegant solution to either act as a door bottom seal or to augment an installed door sweep already.
We want to do is we want to eliminate the one that's there because she has a problem with stepping over it.
Stepping over what?
Over the current threshold. We want to eliminate that door bottom and go with something.
You want to
else.
eliminate the door bottom or the threshold?
I'm sorry, the door threshold.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the issue with eliminating the threshold is that automatic door bottoms are really meant to seal against something. And if you pull the threshold out, you might be left with one heck of a gap underneath the door down. Well, I mean, if I have,
maybe we're talking about something else, but I was watching the video that you guys have, and I'm watching it on a hardwood floor surface, and it drops right down and seals. Is that?
I'm familiar with the door bottom, and in fact, I'm the person in the video.
Okay.
So
you must be Richard.
What's the distance between the bottom of the door to the top of the threshold now? I realize you don't know that, but in your mind's eye, conclude or...
Yeah, maybe roughly a half inch or so.
Okay. So right now, from the bottom of the door to the top of the threshold is a half inch. How thick is that threshold?
Probably, again, maybe 3/8, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, if you pull that threshold out, you're going to have 7/8 of an inch gap that your automatic door bottom is going to be expect to seal and to seal effectively.
Yeah.
I would contend that that's far too much distance to effectively seal that.
Okay.
This is an exterior opening?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. So what I might consider doing is, 3/8 is a pretty small threshold, and if that is something that
that's just a
someone,
guess. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, but the bottom line is, it won't be less than that. That's
right.
for sure, and it might be double that. So what I would do is consider the possibility that you might ultimately achieve far too much gap below the door to be effective to remove the tripping hazard. And what I might do is possibly use a U-shaped door bottom that you can more effectively fill that space without conceding the removal of something that will give you such a huge gap under the door. So
that was one of our thoughts, but she kind of doesn't like that idea just because of the way that it's set up. But I have another question for you. I don't know if this would work. If I remove the existing threshold, add on to the bottom of the door, thereby making the door longer, and then that will give me more, the door will be actually closer to the floor surface, and then put one of these in.
Yeah, right on. I would look to achieve a net door height that's going to be in the sweet spot of your automatic door bottoms, sweet RPM, so to speak, to stay in the power, part of the X and Y axis for horsepower and torque. I would be in the 3/8 range. An automatic door bottom like this, where a 411 is going to be mortised into the bottom of the door, I would inspect the door to make sure that you could literally mortise out that much and not
Yeah,
compromise
that's my
the
other
integrity.
concern. Yeah.
That's a legitimate concern. Fiberglass doors are really durable. I mean, they are resilient. I'm a fan, and I don't sell them. So I might consider that as well, because you're literally going to be you're going to run a mortise through the bottom of the door that's going to thoroughly cut through the bottom of the door.
Oh yeah, I actually have a phone call in to Thermatru to get the specs on that, because I'm afraid that that's probably real wood, maybe an inch. That's my guess. Which, if I mortise up into an inch, I'm already getting into the foam core of the fiberglass of the interior of that door.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if this would work, to be honest.
Well, you could just drill into it if you wanted to and stick a coat hanger down there and get an idea.
Get a core sample, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'd use the 411 because it's a bristle, but although bristle is very effective. What are you trying to seal out?
More air, but possibly a little bit of weather. They have a storm door on there, so that kind of, and there's an overhang on there, so there's not water getting into that area. Rain really doesn't get there, so it's more of air, possibility of a little water, but I've never seen that be a problem before.
I think that bristle might be a good candidate for your application. It's not going to take direct water, air infiltration. Any critters that get inside there don't like bristle or pile. If it was going to be an absolute northern climate where you can expect polar vortex baloney, I might go with something a bit more solid, like neoprene.
Yeah. We're in Kentucky, so we got kind of a little bit of both. We have snow.
Yeah, relatively moderate compared to Oshkosh, Wisconsin, but I hear you.
Yeah, I've lived in Oshkosh. So.
There you go. Are you a pilot?
No. I was just another job at one point. I was transferred. Yeah. So. Yep. So.
I would see if you can achieve the sweet spot. I would like to be in the 3/8 range. However you accomplish that, then my name is Richard, by the way. Feel free to call back.
I watched your video, and I've watched a number of your things over the years. So, okay. All right, I appreciate it. I'm just trying to figure out something that might do this, and that really seems like the only product that, if I wanted to eliminate a threshold, is that correct? This type of a thing?
Yeah, I mean, the problem with adding something to the door that's permanently hanging off the bottom of the door is that it might get in the way of stuff. Having something that neatly tucks itself back up into its housing is elegant because, hey, I can swing my door open and I'm not dragging anything across the floor. So having something come down and reach, that's super elegant.
Right, because the idea of putting a ramp, basically that's what a lot of these handicap things are. You're building up on both sides and kind of sloping it down, and it won't really work for this application, just the way that the door is set up. And that's the only other option to kind of eliminate this trip hazard. So, the trip hazard of the threshold, that is.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and if it's a trip hazard, I'm going to say it's every bit of 3/4. And if the user is elderly or someone who might be prone to being, someone that you really want to eliminate any possibility of falling is a real danger that needs to be avoided at all costs. And there you go.
I wish they made doors that included this. I don't know of any.
I don't either. I'm sure that whoever built the house or whoever put the door in could have specified the preparation to have been done. But
I called Thermatru. That's who manufactured that particular door. And they don't make it.
No.
So, but I was hoping that maybe they would have and we'd just swap out the door. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, hey, I appreciate your help. We're just kind of in the thinking stage of this, and I was floating around online this morning and saw this, so I thought, hey, give you a call. Thank you.
Right on. I'm glad you did.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Richard. You have a blessed day.
And to you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Architectural Builders Supply hopes you have enjoyed this program.